Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel. The video I wanted to kind of put on is quite a personal one tonight, and the reason I think it's important to sort of share this side of life is because the reality is life living on a canal boat is very different if you're a parent, and particularly if you're a single parent. And so what's going to happen this evening is other people could possibly relate to it. And it's maybe something for people to consider, other single parents to consider before making the move. So, long story short, what happened tonight, which sort of prompted the video, was she was very tired. There's no doubt about that. She was very tired. She was quite emotional. And she was like crying and having this bit of a not meltdown, but was just really crying and really upset, but didn't want to tell me why. And what I was able to tease out of her, because she's not the best at describing how she feels anyway, really, but basically she said that it came down to me and kind of how I'd been interacting with her, and she wasn't quite sure exactly what it was, but she was really upset, and I'm pretty sure I know what she means. So it sounds like stating the obvious, but when you live on a canal boat, space is limited and it's intense. I think before I made the move, I had this really romantic notion that me and Emily would be outside, living close to nature, doing all this foraging, um, having this blissful existence where life almost stood still a little bit and it would just be joyous all the time. We'd be looking at nature, the ducks, hope, birds and wildlife. And then reality kicks in. And what actually happens, yes, you do that stuff as well, but what actually happens is, especially because Emily's home educated, remember, so it's not like I get a break from her, or we get a break from each other, I should say, with her being in school. Not at the moment. That's a video for another time. So you're living in a very enclosed space. You have to be within that close space where you have no physical distance between the two of you. You also have to be, which you do in a house, but you are mum, your dad, you're her friend. A lot of the time you're her play buddy, the cooker, the cleaner, the provider, the earner, housekeeper, boat keeper. And I think in all of that stuff, I've been getting quite frustrated. And also I haven't been sleeping the best either. So I've been getting quite frustrated, and because she's the only person here, it's not like I got another adult to kind of bounce off of or share my frustrations with. I think I've been quite snippy and quite short and quite dismissive of her. What I think I've been doing is like overreacting to really small stuff, and I think that's been happening for probably, to a lesser or greater degree, for a few months. And she's really upset, and I get it. I get it, and it's not something I've not been aware of, because I'm finding it hard to work out how to change my responses. Quitting alcohol is definitely one of the ways, because obviously that affects everything, really: your sleep, your physical health, your mental health, all of it. And that's pretty much there, to be fair, quitting booze, and just like lifestyle changes. And yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what to do next, really, because there is still no breaks, if you want to call it. It's not a very nice word, is it, really? But you know, what causes the frustration isn't going to go away. So I guess the only thing I can change is how I respond to that, and that's what I want to do. I want to get to this place of like mental calm where I'm not irritated by everything. And the knock-on effect for that would be that I'm a much more patient person, a much more patient parent, less snappy, more attentive. Yeah. And like I say, I think the reason I'm sharing this is because it's easy to be very romantic about life on a canal boat. And in my videos, I'm probably trying to show the good side of it. And there is good sides to it, of course there is, but there's also the reality that it can put a massive strain on the relationship you have with your children, particularly if you're a single parent. I'm an only child as well, so I'm very used to my own space, my own company, my own quiet time. I don't get that anymore. I mean, the maximum amount of distance between us is about 10-20 feet in the boat, and that sends me slightly deranged. So I mean, I don't have an answer. By all means, if you do, pop a comment down. I just thought it was worth sharing, because these are the things that aren't on a lot of the YouTube videos that you watch. The realities of how making a move like this can affect your relationships, and the stresses and pressures that it can put on you. I mean, I am having to consider now whether or not I put Emily into school for her benefit and mine. I've got until September to think on that. Sorry, I keep looking over because there's little fish jumping up and eating bits of food, I guess, off the canal. So that's something for me to think about. But yeah. Anyway, it's the evening now. It's about 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is a new day. I've got a bit of reflecting to do. And tomorrow's a new day. Let's see where I go from here. All right, guys, I hope you're all well, and I will speak to you soon.